this means we're going to multiply a number, that's x, and 7. So you could say x times 7, but we probably just said 7x, but technically either is fine. 9 subtracted from. When you see subtracted from, what does that mean? Yes, that's one of our 2 turnaround phrases. We have subtracted from and less than. So that means I'm going to subtract 9. Twice a number. Twice means I'm taking it times 2. So I have my number times 2, so 2x. Okay, the third one. 1 less than. Less than is again a turnaround phrase, so minus 1. Quotient means we are going to be dividing. So you can use the divided symbol. A lot of times we just wrote it as a fraction. A number and negative 5. So a number divided by negative 5 minus 1. Number 4. 3 times the sum. So 3 times, but if I'm going to multiply it with the sum, that was one of those phrases that meant we had to have parentheses. In my parentheses, I have to have the sum, and sum means we're adding a number and 10 is means what? Equals 24. So because I'm doing 3 times the sum, I have to add them first, so they have to be in parentheses. And then I take that answer times 3. Number 5, the difference. Difference means subtract. Twice a number would be, and 3, so I'm doing 2x minus 3, is means equals negative 21. Number 6. 1/3 of means what operation? So 1/3 times a number increased by means increased by 8, so plus 8 is means equals 37. Number 7, x is at most. At most means it can be less than or equal to 6. Everybody should be paying attention right now. Number 8, you must be at least 18 years old to vote. So your age has to be at least. That means you can be 18 or older to vote. So greater than or equal to 18. How do we do on these? Okay. I'm going to give you another paper that we are going to go through. Now, we are going to continue translating these, but we are also going to solve any equations or inequalities at the end. Okay, we're not going to do all of these right now, so let's just start with, we'll do the evens. All right, so we have to first translate it, write our symbols. So when it tells me the product means 4 and a number. So I'm multiplying 4 and a number. So 4x plus 17 is means equals 5. There's my equation. Now I want to solve that. So if I wanted you to solve for x, what would we do?
Subtract 17.
4x equals negative 12. Divide by 4, and x is negative 3. Right. Number 4, the quotient. Quotient means we are
Divided.
a number and 6. So we're doing a number divided by 6 minus 3 means equals 1. So that's the equation. Now if I want to solve that, first we have to get rid of the addition or subtraction. So we have to add our 3 over. X divided by 6 equals 4. How do you get rid of a divided by?
Multiply by 6.
So we get x equals 20. Number 6, a lot of you missed these yesterday. When I say 7 less than is a turnaround phrase, so that means minus 7. Number less than and subtracted from, you turn it around. Twice a number would be 2x means equals 5. So if we want to solve, first we have to get rid of any addition or subtraction, so we add over the 7. Divide by 2. And we get 6. I want you guys to try 8 and 10 for me. Write the equation and solve it. 1 subtracted from. Subtracted from is a turnaround phrase, so we have a minus 1 at the end. The product, so we are multiplying 4 and a number. So 4x minus 1 so equals 11. So to solve, we add the 1. Divide by 4. We get x to equal 3. Number 10, half of a number. Of means times. So we have half times a number. So 1/2 x. Decreased by, so minus 8 is negative 3. So that's my equation. I saw some problems solving this one. If you add your 8, so we have 1/2 x equals 5. Okay, how do you get rid of the 1/2?
Flip it.
So we can multiply by 2. And we should get 10. I think some people tried to divide by 1/2, which is totally okay. So if you have 1/2 x equals 5, and you divide by 1/2, that's fine, but in your calculator you have to put that 1/2 in parentheses. Otherwise it will give you the wrong answer. You would have gotten 2.5. Right, so if you're trying to divide by a fraction in the calculator, use parentheses. Okay, did we fix anything we messed up on those? Let's look at, why don't you guys try number 12 for me. So 10 minus 1/3 of means times a number is 4. So we need to subtract our 10. So negative 1/3 x equals negative 6. How do we get rid of that negative 1/3?
Flip it.
You can can multiply by -3 or divide by -1/3. And we should get positive 18. Okay, does anyone need help putting that in their calculator or figure out? Okay, now I'm kind of changing it. So 14, it says -3 times a number increased by, so +7, is less than -11. So this time I gave you an inequality. Okay, solving an inequality is like solving an equation, but we have to remember if we multiply or divide by a negative, it flips that inequality. That's something a few of you are still struggling with. So if we subtract our 7, -3x is less than -18. When you divide by -3, I divide by a negative, so that inequality symbol flips, becomes a greater than. -18 divided by -3 is +6. So we get x is greater than 6. Number 16, the sum. So we are adding 5 and twice a number is at most. That means it can't be bigger, so it would be subtract our 5. So we get 2x is less than or equal to 22. Divide by 2. Does my inequality flip? No, because I divided by a positive. So x is less than or equal to 11. Okay, I want you guys to try 18 and 20. Last two here. 3/4 of means times a number. So 3/4 x. Decrease by means -10 is greater than or equal to 5. So that's my inequality. Add my 10 to each side. Divide by 3/4 or multiply by 4/3. You get x is greater than or equal to 20. Number 20. 1 less than is a turnaround phrase, so -1. 1/2 a number, so 1/2 x, is a maximum of, so it can't be bigger, so it's less than or equal to 19. So add our 1. Divide by 1/2 or multiply by 2, so x is less than or equal to 40. I'm going to put a couple problems I want you to just add on the bottom or top, somewhere in the margins of this. I want a couple more inequalities. Just practice solving them. So we'll do these probably 2, and then we should be done for today. If I give you 8 minus x plus 5 is less than or equal to 7. And I asked you to solve that. This is kind of a refresh. I don't want to forget the things we've already learned. What would you do with that negative? So you can think of this as a -1 right here. So you distribute that -1 through. So we get 8 minus x minus 5 less than or equal to 7. Okay, I did this one for a couple of reasons. One problem, the 8 and the -5 are on the same side. So to put them together, you just combine them. 8 minus 5 is 3. So 3 minus x is less than or equal to 7. So we solve, subtract our 3. So -x less than or equal to 4. And now what do I do? And when I do that, what else happens? So remember when we were doing these last week, we were graphing them. How do you know if it's an open or closed circle? Yep, the equal equal to tells me it's a closed circle at -4. It's greater, so it goes on to the right. Okay, so I don't want to forget about those. Let's do one more of those and then I am done. If I said 5x minus 8 minus 2x is less than or equal to x minus 10. The 5x minus 2x, they're on the same side, so we just put them together. What's 5x minus 2x? So 3x minus 8 is less than or equal to x minus 10. Okay, so we need x's on the same side, so if I subtract my x, then what would we do? Plus 8. So 2x is less than or equal to -2. Divide by 2, does that flip my inequality? No, because I divided by a positive number. So I get x is less than or equal to -1. So if you were graphing it, it would be a closed circle at -1, less than would go to the left. So just a refresher from last week on those. What I want you to do now is finish this handout. So we did all the evens together, you guys need to do the odds. And then when you get it done, you can turn it in. If you are making a lot of mistakes, I'm going to make you correct them. So take your time and make sure you're actually getting it right the first time. Tomorrow we are going to have a quiz before we go into our extended weekend over solving inequalities, so solving and graphing them, and then translating it from words. So I'll do some review problems when we come in tomorrow. It's not super long, but we are going to have them.